any comfortable position. Turn the palms up and close your eyes. Just take a moment to become aware of your body at the end of this Monday. Very strange Mondays that we're having these days. So just notice whatever you've been doing today. Maybe if you're working from home, you've been hunched over your desk. Just kind of be aware of what's going on around your body. So your arms, legs, any stiffness anywhere, any recent injuries that I don't know about. And become aware of how you're feeling internally as well, even including your digestion, how anyone had a cold or a cough or anything that's going on, any emotions, any thoughts that are becoming prominent in your mind, things that pop into your head. Just notice these thoughts come and go. And then bring some focus to the breath. Just watching it come and go as well. Just allow the breath to deepen naturally as you observe it. Breathing in and out through the nose. And then we're going to take a nice deep breath in now to fill the lungs. So deep breath into the belly and into the chest. And breathe out through the mouth. Long, slow breath out. And inhale through the nose. And breathe out through the mouth. Letting the shoulders float away from the ears, letting the hips sink into the mat. And again, inhale. And exhale through the mouth. Breathing out until you can't breathe out anymore. Feel the abdominal muscles pulling in. And we're going to do a few rounds of alternate nostril breath this evening. So hopefully your hands are clean. We're going to extend our thumb and the last two fingers of our right hand. Okay, I'm using my right hand too. We're going to inhale through, what we're doing is changing. So we'll use the thumb to close the right nostril, just underneath the armpit, and use the fourth finger to close the left side. And we'll alternate the breath through both nostrils. And the whole time you're going to keep your shoulders relaxed and lift up. It's nice sometimes to place your hand on your chest and lift that up. To remind yourself to roll the shoulders back, but keep the tailbone lengthening down so your spine is long, more effective as you breathe. Then you can bring the left hand into Chi Mudra, touching the tips of the forefinger and thumb. Just rest that palm turned up on your left thigh or knee. So we'll take a deep breath through both nostrils. Notice any congestion, any blockages anywhere, and then use the right thumb to close the right nostril. Breathe out through the left slowly. Inhale through the left. Change the fingers, close with the finger, release the thumb, breathe out through the right. Breathe in right. Change, breathe out left. Breathe in left. Breathe out right. Breathe in right. Breathe out left. Breathe in left. And this time we're going to hold the breath. So close both nostrils. And if you've got a heavy period at the moment, or if this doesn't feel right, then just carry on. Don't hold the breath. Otherwise, close both nostrils. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep the right elbow relaxed. And hold the breath. Release the thumb. Breathe out through the right. Breathe in right. Close. Hold the breath for a count of 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release left on 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left on 3, on 2, on 1, and close. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the right. Exhale on 6, on 5, on 4, on 3, on 2, on 1. Inhale right on 3, on 2, on 1. Retain. 12, on 10, 9, 11, so count 10, on 9, on 8, on 7, on 6, on 5, on 4, on 3, on 2, on 1. Release left on 6, on 5, on 4, on 3, on 2, on 1. Inhale left on 3, on 2, on 1. Retain. So count yourself now. Count to 12. And then we're going to release through the right on a count of 6 in your own time. Some of you may count more slowly, but keep the same pace throughout the whole exercise. You're going to inhale through the same side on a count of 3, 2, 1, and then hold. You're exhaling through the left on a count of 6. Inhaling on through the left on a count of 3. And you're continuing one more round, in through the left, out through the right, and then in through the right and out through the left in your own time. So feel free. Some of you who are more experienced can change the counting to holding for 16, releasing on 8, inhaling on 4. And once you have breathed out through the left nostril, release your hands onto the legs, palms turned up, and take 3 regular breaths, breathing in and out through both nostrils. Nice long breaths. Just noticing if there's any change in the nose, any congestion that was there before, maybe not there anymore. Just notice, and without any judgment, of course. You may have noticed that one side the air is cooler than the other. That tends to be left is cooler side, and the right is the sun side, the moon and the sun. So to notice the next time. So open your eyes and bring the arms by the ears as we take a deep breath in. And then exhale to the left, hands on the floor, coming to a side bend. Establish that right sitting bone. And inhale back to the center. And exhale the other way. And back to the center. And release. So bend your left foot into the body and stretch your right leg out to the side. Then just turn your body to face the straight leg. Change that. Turn your body to face the bent leg. Then place your right hand palm turned up. Inhale and lift. And as you exhale, just relax. We're not really stretching it, still warming up. Just let the head flop. Just you can turn the head a little bit, move it around, and notice if there's any stiffness in the neck. And just relax that top arm. Just feel a gentle stretch and opening down the side of the body. And gently release. And then change sides. So bend your right foot in, get your left leg out, use the body. So you're looking. So by the way, if you still have your audio turned on, could you just please mute the mic button when you're ready? Anyone there? Thank you. So turn the left palm up this time. Inhale the right arm and exhale to slide down. And again, just flop the head. And lift up. And then take both legs nice and wide. And make big circles with the feet. Trying to touch the sides of the feet to the floor as you come around. And the other way. And then keep the legs as they are. And let's just a little hip opener. So we're leaning all the way back. And then stretching towards one foot, reaching forwards, across to the other foot, and coming back in. If you're stirring a massive bowl. And around. Gently warming up the abdominal muscles as well. And feel the legs gently stretching. One more round in that direction. And then we'll go the other way. Reach towards your foot, cross, and lean back as far as you can. One more. And then just come to the middle and just rest. So just rest the hands or the arms and flop the head and just move it from side to side. And then just hold it still. And then walk the hands back towards you and bring the feet together, hands on the lower legs there. As we take a deep breath in, we're opening, rolling the shoulders back. So it's kind of like cat-cow, but in a sitting position. And as we exhale, bring the chin to the collarbone, roll the shoulders forward. And again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale, come back to the center. So we're going to come up to standing. Cross at the ankles, stretch forwards and come all the way up. And inhale, come to the front of your mats, stretch up and open here. And as we exhale, let's bring the palms together and fold forwards. Keep the legs bent as we hang, rock from side to side here, loosening the muscles in our back. Releasing the shoulders, the neck. Then change the crossing of the arms. Of course, do turn on your audio if you need to ask me a question, or if you can't see me, do let me know. Okay, so place the fingers in line with the toes and just step or hop back into downward facing dog. And walk up and down with the heels, lift the sitting bones, maybe bend both knees and straighten them. Keep lifting through the hips, pull the belly into the spine, and allow softness in the shoulders. Slightly bend your arms so you can roll the upper arms away from the ears, but keep pressing into the base of the fingers and thumbs. So inhale, lift both heels, bending your legs, and exhale, press the right heel to the mat. Inhale, release, and exhale, press the left heel. Inhale, release, and exhale, press both heels. Okay, so we're going to inhale and lift our right leg in the air. Hold it there, back toes pointing down, lifting the hips. And then we're going to place the foot in between the hands. So push forwards through the chest, bring the foot on the mat, and then place the whole of the back foot on the mat at a 45-degree angle. The heels are in line, and reach forwards and up into warrior one. Make sure the hips are squared. Palms are facing each other. Go as deep as you like. So you're working on eventually having a 90-degree angle here, but really press down into the outer edge of that back foot. We're going to inhale and straighten the front leg, and exhale into warrior two. The arms are level with the shoulders. Going to inhale and turn the palms up, and exhale, turn the palms down and relax the shoulders and tuck the tail under. Let's inhale and straighten the front leg, and exhale, place the hand on the leg and lift the front arm up into Trikonasana. So imagine that you have a wall behind you and you're pressing the whole of the back against a wall. If your neck's stiff, just look down at the floor. Otherwise, just try to look up at the top hand. And then from here, we're going to bend the front leg and place your right hand, palm turned up, on the thigh there, and bring your left arm in line with your back leg. So it should be a nice long line from the back heel all the way up to the middle finger there. So rotate the body. So you can stay here, or more advanced, you can reach to the floor with the fingertips or the whole hand. Or you can reach underneath that thigh and reach behind you to grab the hands behind your back. But whatever you're doing, you want to rotate the torso upwards rather than facing the ground. Now, I know some of you have been coming to my class, have practiced this next more advanced pose, so feel free, anyone's welcome to practice it, but be very careful. You can watch me first if you like. So it's a balance pose. We're going to balance on our left leg. We're going to take a step halfway with our left foot and transfer the weight onto that foot and start lifting, if you're coming to the bound variation, of course, lifting the leg off the floor. And of course you can go further and try straightening the leg. And then we're going to carefully come back into the position we were in, stepping back with the left foot, and we're all unraveling here into Warrior Two. And breathe. Okay, so from here, we're going to transfer the weight onto our right foot and step the left knee as high as possible. And from there, let's reach back with the leg and come into Warrior Three. Take the arms out wide, or you can have them in prayer, or stretch them by the ears, which is the more challenging variation. But just make sure you've dropped that left hip, the back toes are pointing down, and you're reaching forwards through the crown of the head, reaching back through the tailbone. Engage your abdominal muscles. And then soften the standing leg to bring the feet together. Inhale, lift and open. And exhale to the heart center. We'll do the other side. So inhale and lift and open. Exhale, fold things in line with the toes and hop or walk back into downward facing dog. Just take a moment here, walking up and down with the heels. And breathe. So if you need to pause at any time, just bring the knees onto the mat, come into a child's pose, take a little breather. So inhaling, lift the left leg into the air. And then look forwards and bring the foot in between the hands. Adjust the back foot. Whole foot is on the mat. Step forwards and up into Warrior. Warrior One. Sinking the hips, pulling the arms back to open the armpits. Okay, so from here we're going to inhale and exhale into Warrior Two. You always need to take your legs wider here. Okay, so from here, straighten the left leg and bring the hand onto the leg and lift your top arm. You can go as low as you like, but have that back flat against that imaginary wall. And then bend the front leg, come back into Warrior Two, and then place your left hand on the thigh, bring your right arm by the ear. I'm going to turn around so I can see you. So stay here. If you need to pause, just straighten the leg and then come back in again. Option now to take the arm under the leg, grab the hands into that bound variation, or just bring the hand to the floor. Or if you have a block or a big book, you can grab that, take it a bit deeper there. If you have gone into the bound variation and you want to have a go at the balance, so just carefully stepping halfway with the right foot and very carefully transfer the weight onto the right foot, lifting your left leg in the air, pulling the shoulders back. And then stretching the leg, perhaps, or keeping it bent. And then we're going to wobble our way back down, place the left foot on the floor, step back with the right foot and come back into warrior two. And we're preparing for balancing on our left leg. So inhale, step your right knee as high as possible. And then as you exhale into any variation of warrior three, stretching that right leg back, dropping the hip, arms either here, here, or here. And then bending the standing leg to bring the feet together. Reach up and open. And exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart. Just take a moment here, relaxing in the mountain pose. So try to stand without any effort at all. Feet, big toes perhaps touching, or feet slightly wider. Sink into the heels, sink into the balls of the feet. Lengthen the tail down. Lift out through the heart. Allow the shoulders to relax. Back and down. Find your length in the neck, back of the neck. And relax your jaw. Maybe bring a smile to your lips. So we'll continue with another balance now, as we're here. This is a good time to grab your belt or a sock, in case you need it. So come back into the mountain pose, and bring your weight onto your right leg. Start lifting your left knee as high as possible. You can interlock the fingers to draw the knee as high as you can. Now, keep your eyes steady. You've got to watch me as well. I'll try to explain. You don't have to watch me as much. Place your belt or sock around the ball of your right foot, left foot, sorry. So taking the ends in both hands and start stretching that leg in front of you. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Really push the foot into the belt or the sock. Some of you may even be able to grab the foot itself. And from here, we're going to try opening to the side. So you're either taking both ends of the belt into your left hand, bring your right hand onto your hip, and opening the leg wide. Try to keep the hips facing the front. Or you have your first two fingers and thumb around your big toe, and opening it that way. But try to keep the legs straight, and you get a really nice stretch there for the leg. And inhale, come back to the center and change. So if you've got the belt, you're taking both ends in your right hand this time. There's the other hand on the hip. Or you're grabbing the outer edge of the foot. Now if you're really steady here, you can have a go at stretching your left arm behind you and very carefully looking behind at that hand. And come back to the center. Lift that knee into the chest, releasing your belt or sock, and release. And just have a little walk on the spot. It's quite tough for the standing leg as well. So we'll change sides. Bring the weight onto your left foot this time and lift your right knee as high as you can. It does help to lift that quite high. Use your belt or grab your foot in your hands and stretch your leg. And then from here, take both ends into your right hand and start opening the leg nice and wide. And then come back to the center. Take the belt in the other hand and take it across. You should feel a nice stretch down the outer side of the leg there. Reach back with the right hand, and if you're feeling fairly steady, Learn to look behind you. And release the belt, hug the knee into the chest. And release. Good. To the front of your mat. And inhale, lift onto your toes. And exhale, come all the way down. And roll onto your back. Hug the knees into your chest. And breathe. Letting go. So it's quite nice to let your knees roll one way, your head roll the other, just gently, nice and slowly. Okay, so let's bring our feet onto the mat, hip width apart. Make sure you can find your heels with your fingertips. Arms alongside the body. Spread the toes. And relax the shoulders back into the mat. As we inhale, let's lift our tailbone, lower vertebrae, lift your hips, and send the arms over the head. And exhale. Start moving your arms, place it back on the mat with the tailbone coming down last. Inhale, lift. Push the knees forwards and exhale, release. And again, inhale. And exhale. Keep the arms where they are this time and inhale, lift the hips. And come onto your toes and try to get your hands underneath your body. So the heel of the hand is by the spine and the fingers and thumbs will be at the side of the body there. And then place your heels back on the floor. So you're supporting yourself in a bridge pose here. And just make sure your feet haven't started walking outwards like that. Or the knees are not flopping out. Try to press firmly into the feet and keep lifting the hips. Supporting yourself. We're going to inhale, if possible, and lift your right leg in the air. Otherwise, just stay where you are. Come out at any time and hug the knees into the chest. Another deep breath here. And exhale, release. Inhale, left leg up. Lifting that left hip as well. And exhale, release. Now we are going to come into the shoulder stand. So those of you who've been practicing shoulder stand a while, very welcome to come into shoulder stand from here. So you're lifting one leg and the other, pulling your hips towards your face and adjusting your hands in your shoulder stand. Otherwise, if you've not tried that way before, I wouldn't try it right now. Just bring yourself back onto your mat. So if you have a heavy period, high blood pressure, detached retina, neck or shoulder injuries, or any sinus issues, then don't do the shoulder stand tonight. You can continue holding this pose, or maybe doing a few more hip lifts up and down. Or if you're feeling a bit tired, just bring the soles of the feet together, get the arms away from the body, palms up, and just take a nice 10 deep breaths here, just allowing the hips to open. You're doing such a beneficial thing in that pose as well, and maybe we can all do that as well. So, another way to come into the shoulder stand is to lift the legs in the air, press into the hands, roll the feet over the head, and then support the back straight away. Shuffle the shoulders under, bring the elbows closer, walk the hands down the back, into your shoulder stand, making sure that your weight is on your shoulders and upper arms. If your neck is a bit restricted, then take the feet away. away from the face, the other direction. And breathe here. Close your eyes. And breathe. So on the next exhalation, let's send our right leg over the head. And as you inhale, lift it up. And exhale, take the left foot over the head. And inhale, lift it up. Exhale, take both feet over the head. And if the feet are on the floor, interlock the hands behind your back, press the arms into the floor. If your feet are in the air, and continue to support your back with your hands. And try not to look from side to side when you're in this position. Try to keep the head still. Just use each exhalation to release the lower back. Keep lifting up through the hips. Feel the body wanting to naturally move into the full position, but don't force it. It will get there, and if it doesn't, that's fine. Just enjoy the journey. Now to release, we're going to bring both arms onto the mat, press down into the arms and the hands, and start lowering your back on the mat. The hips to come down last, then keep the legs nice and straight, and let's lower them, keeping them straight all the way down. Okay, so from here, let's hug the knees into the chest and lift the head towards the knees. And then we're coming to fish pose. So straighten the legs, the body's in a straight line. And let's have the arms outside the body this time. As we inhale, come onto the forearms, and then push the chest forwards, bring the shoulders back, opening through the front of the body, and touch the head to the floor. Very gentle touch to the floor, so the weight is in the hips. And breathe. So the whole of the back is off the floor here. Just the hips, the legs, the arms, the head is touching lightly. So to make this stronger, you can bring the palms together and reach them into the sky. And you can even lift the feet off the floor a couple of centimeters. Keep pushing up through the front of the body. The back bend will help to rebound the energy through the body. And then release. Release the arms. And release your head into your hands. Inhale, push both elbows forwards, lifting the head off the floor. And as you exhale, push the right elbow forwards to turn the head to the left. And then push the left elbow to turn the head to the right. And release, bring the head on the floor. And bring the soles of the feet together and cross your heart with your arms, one on top of the other. 3 deep breaths here. With each exhalation, just feel the hips opening. Then place the other arm on top instead. Another 3 breaths. And release. So let's grab the big toes, take the knees and ankles wide, and rock from side to side in Happy Baby. And then straighten the legs into a big V. And then release the hands. And we're going to roll forwards into squat, and then we're coming into the plank. So to do that, we'll place the hands by the body, take the feet over the head, roll forwards, cross at the ankles maybe, place the hands on the floor, and walk or step back into plank. Or jump back, rather. Pop back, lightly as possible. Coming into your plank. Shoulders over wrists. Spread the fingers and push the heels away from you. Holding it here. Pulling the belly into the spine. And as we exhale, we're going to drop the hips to the floor and come into a cobra. It doesn't matter how low you are or how high you are, hug the elbows into the body, roll the shoulders back. Shoulders are well away from the ears, the arms are always bent. And then bring the chin to the collarbone, roll the spine, tuck the toes under, and come into a downward facing dog. Up and down with the heels. And then lift your right leg in the air. And as you exhale, bring it in front and across. Turn on the back foot, so it's on the side, and lift into a version of the side plank. Your right leg has gone over to the left. The whole of the left foot now is on the mat, pointing towards the long side of the mat. Maybe lifting your top arm. And let's change. So bring the hand back onto the mat, turn on the back foot, lift the right leg back in the air, and then release. We'll change. So this time we're lifting our left leg in the air. Now as we exhale, we're bringing it across the body, over to the right side, turn on the back foot, but place the whole foot on the floor, and come into a side plank, lifting your hips. And then release. Step back, lifting that left leg in the air, and we're coming into royal pigeon now. So bring your left knee behind your left wrist, and your left heel underneath your right thigh. Release the back toes, come onto the fingertips, lifting the wrists, relax the shoulders and push the chest forwards. Deep breath to sink into the hips. And you can stay here, or come onto your forearms, or maybe go all the way, forehead to the floor. So to come out of this position, you can either walk the hands back towards you and hold it here, or if you want to try something a little bit more adventurous, you can reach back, press into the legs and lift yourself up without using your hands. And then from there, the option is to bend the back leg, maybe stay here or reach back with one hand or maybe two hands to grab the lower leg or the foot and push the chest forwards to open. And release. Bring both hands on the mat and step back into downward dog. So stretch out your left leg, pushing the heel towards the floor, and bend the right leg just to counter pose there. And then we're going to inhale and lift our right leg in the air and bring that right knee behind our right wrist and the heel underneath your left thigh. Relax the back foot. Well, when I say relax the foot, keep it active. So press down into the top of the foot. Of course, if you have any knee problems, I should have mentioned, you can always place a block or a book or a cushion underneath that back thigh, or you can tuck the back toes under and keep the knee off the mat. Press down into the fingertips to lift the wrists and push the chest forward. So of course, if you are more flexible, you're taking the knee cross even more towards the right and working the lower leg into a parallel with the short edge of the mat there, depending on how your hips are this evening. So go as deep as you like with the arms, all the way. And breathe. And again, to come out, you're walking the hands back towards you, or maybe interlock the fingers behind your back and pull yourself up. And you can stay here, or if you came up with your hands, try interlocking the hands now, pushing the chest forwards, or you can try to grab that foot in your hands. Maybe with one hand, maybe both hands. Another breath here. And release. Both hands on the mat. Step back into down dog. So stretch that right heel towards the mat. Bend your left leg. And then up and down. Good. So now we're going to walk our feet outside our hands. So the feet are on the edge of the mat. And sink the hips into a squat. I'll face you. So just nice and easy, easing those hips open. Use the arms to push the knees away, push them up wider, and just let the hips sink towards the mat. Try to reach and open through the heart. So if you have any knee problems, you're not going to stay that low. You're going to take the feet wider than your mat, knees pointing in the same direction as the toes, and you can stay here or open it into goddess pose. Okay, but anytime you just need to straighten your legs, give them a break, and then come back again. Otherwise, we're in the deep squat, and we're going to place our left hand on the floor, pushing that leg open there and twist and open to the right. And release. And change. Inhale. And release. And you're either going to repeat that twist on both sides, or try the arm balance, placing your hands on the mat, spread the fingers, come onto your toes and take the knees on the upper arms there, look forwards and try to transfer the weight onto your arms. You need to bend the arms quite a bit. Maybe lift one foot off the floor, have a go both sides, and if you're feeling confident, coming into your full crow. Breathing here. Those of you who want can place the head on the floor. If you've tried this before, come into your headstand. And come out the same way, take the legs wide, back into the crow, and release. So, tuck the thumbs under, make fists, and rotate the wrists. And then stretch the legs, take the legs even wider. Wrists under shoulders, and lengthen here. Walk the hands towards each other, next to each other, and we're going to twist again. So inhale and twist and open to the right. And release as you exhale. Inhale, twist and open to the left. And release. And then you're going to hop your feet together. Slowly roll onto your backs. Give yourself a hug. So from here, we're going to straighten our left leg along the mat and bring your right foot anywhere on that leg, but not on the knee. Take the arms shoulder height, palms turned up. Shuffle the hips slightly across to the right, and then take that right knee across to the left and turn to face your right hand. Just place your left hand anywhere on that right thigh. And as you breathe, just sink your right shoulder back into the mat. And exhale. Feel the lower back opening into your twist. So you can continue to keep that right leg bent, or you can stretch the leg, maybe grabbing the foot in your left hand. But whichever you're doing, relax the right shoulder and the elbow should be on the mat. You can wiggle that left leg back, bend the leg, reach down with your right hand to grab the foot if you like. Again, just work that right shoulder back into the mat. And carefully release. Back to the center. Bring your hips back to the center and give yourselves a hug. And then we'll change sides. So stretch out your right leg, the foot anywhere along that leg that works for you, arms wide. Shuffle the hips to the left and go over into your twist. And just hold it here in the first variation, just for a couple of breaths, just to start becoming aware of the lower back opening, shoulders sinking back into the mat. Close your eyes and just feel the spine twisting. It's the main point of this exercise. The twist starts at the base of the spine. And the more we release into it, you can feel that twist traveling up the whole back. And take it into the next level if you want. So you're going to stretch that left leg this time, grab the foot in the hand, and maybe work that right foot up the back towards your back and reach down and open. Relax. Another 3 breaths, just relaxing, trying to completely stop any doing, any effort here. And release. Gently come back to the center, hips to the center and hug. And we're coming into final relaxation now. So take the legs nice and wide as your mat, and just let the legs roll open, let the feet, the toes roll away from each other. And bring the arms by the body, away from the body, palms turned up, and just take the shoulders slightly underneath the back there. Lengthen the back of the neck and relax. Take a deep breath in through both nostrils. Hold the breath. And as you exhale through the mouth with a big sigh, just let the whole body flop into your mat. And then just be completely still here, using each exhalation to release any muscles that are still working, anything that's still tight. Wiggle your toes if they need a reminder for your feet to relax, and then hold them still. Relax around your ankles, relax your lower legs, around your knees, thighs, hips. Relax your belly, abdomen, chest. Relax your lower back, middle back and upper back. Relax both arms, shoulders, armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms, fingers and thumbs, and your wrists, of course. And relax your neck, all the muscles in your face. Just let the tongue roll back in the mouth. The eyeballs sink into the sockets. And the forehead to smooth out from the skin, from the center line, melting towards your mat. And all your internal organs relaxing. Just notice the breath. When your mind wanders off, bring it back to the breath. Just watch as you breathe in and breathe out. Feeling the belly rise on the inhalation and fall and relax on the exhalation. And you can continue to lie here for as long as you like. Otherwise, I'm going to pull the knees into the chest and gently roll over onto your side. Get the knees over, bring the hands under your face as a pillow. And just come back to the breath. And then use your top hand to press into the mat on the floor, lift yourself up and come back into a sitting position, cross-legged or however you like. And bring the palms turned up on your knees or thighs. The eyes closed. And once again, come back to the breath. Bring the hands in prayer pose. And maybe join me in one long Om together. Inhale. And open your eyes. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your evening and hope